And so when you're ready, let's get started. Okay. So when we're ready, let's start with a nice big breath in and big breath out. And two more. Big breath in and big breath out. And one more. And exhale. And reaching into a full windmill, coming through center, coming to the other side and up and reach. Exhale through center to the side and up, and one more. And reverse the opposite way, just getting a little bit of movement through our torso. And reach. And one more. And lifting tailbone, lifting chest, and exhale, curl. And inhaling, lift. And exhale, curl. Just starting to get a little bit more movement in our shoulders. And everybody, welcome to class as we take those big breaths in and big breath out. Let's just do 4 more. I'm just going to let a couple people in. And last 2. And last 1. And when you're ready, let's start with taking a nice deep breath in. On your exhale, bowing forward. Inhaling for a halfway lift. Exhale, relaxing down, soften your knees, and slowly come all the way up. Exhale, bringing hands to heart, and hands to side, and reach. And exhale, diving all the way down. Inhaling for a halfway lift. Exhale, relaxing down, soften knees, and slowly coming all the way up. Exhale, bringing hands to heart, hands to side, and one more. And exhale, diving down. Inhaling for a halfway lift. Exhale, relaxing down, soften, and coming all the way up. Exhale, bringing hands to heart and hands to side, this time reaching up. Exhale, diving down. Inhaling for your halfway lift. Exhale, bringing hands onto the ground. Let's actually step our left foot back, coming into a nice low lunge. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, bringing hands back to the ground, stepping it back into downward dog and walking through the feet by coming up high onto the balls of the feet and bending into one, coming up nice and high, bending into the other, feeling that stretch. Nice wide spread fingers as we breathe. Taking nice deep breaths in and deep breath out. Feeling how good it feels just to lengthen. And whenever you're ready, let's soften our knees, looking past our hands, jump, step, or float our feet forward. Inhaling for a halfway lift. Exhale, relaxing down, soften your knees and slowly come all the way up. Exhale, bringing hands to heart and hands to side, and let's reach it up again. Exhale, bowing forward. Inhaling for a halfway lift. Exhale, bringing hands back to the ground. This time, right knee comes back. And inhale, coming all the way up. Exhale, bringing hands down and stepping it back again into downward facing dog, walking through the feet. Taking those deep breaths in and deep breath out. And softening both knees, looking past your hands, jump, step, or float your feet forward. Inhaling for halfway lift. Exhale, relaxing down, soften your knees and slowly coming all the way up. Exhale, bringing hands to heart and hands to side. Let's flow it this time. Inhale, reaching your arms all the way up. Exhale, diving all the way down. Inhaling for a halfway lift. Exhale, this time bringing hands onto the ground, jump step or float, feet back into plank. And coming down through chaturanga. Scooping heart up into upward facing dog. Tuck your toes. Stretching back into downward facing dog, picking up left foot, taking a nice deep breath in on your exhale, knee to forehead. Inhale, reach back, and exhale, knee to forehead. Inhale, reach back, exhaling, knee to forehead. Inhale, reach back, one more, knee to forehead. Inhale, reach back. This time stepping foot in between hands, coming into a crescent lunge, taking back knee down, reaching arms up to the sky, taking nice deep breaths in, deep breath out, making sure that left knee is directly over ankle. It's not over your toes, even though it is following the line of your toes. 2 more big breaths. Whenever you're ready, we are going to come into a twist. So option 1 is to take right hand across to bringing hands and gently bringing it into a twist. Taking that right elbow across. If it feels okay to pick up back knee, please do. Taking those deep breaths in and deep breath out. Feeling yourself elongate your torso as we breathe. Taking nice deep breaths in and nice deep breath out. 2 more big breaths. And when you're ready, slowly unwrap both hands on the ground, extending left leg back, this time taking left knee to left upper arm. And inhale, reach it back, and left upper arm. Inhale, reach it back, and left upper arm. Inhale, reach it back, one more, and reach. Inhale, reach it back, stepping that left foot onto the outside of left leg. So really breathing. If this feels okay, we are going to reach our left arm up to the sky, taking nice deep breath in on the exhale, curling over your leg. And inhale, opening chest. Exhale, curl. Inhale, reach. And exhale, curl. Inhale, reach. Exhale, curl. 2 more. And last one. Bringing it back up, both hands down onto the inside of that leg very carefully. Sweeping left leg back, bending knee, stacking hip. And really breathing into that left side body, taking nice deep breath in. And deep breath out. Seeing if we can lift that back leg just a bit more, pulling up through pelvic floor. Feeling your chest reaching towards your shin. 1 more big breath on the exhale, slowly unstack, reaching that leg up. This time taking left knee over towards right upper arm. And inhale, reach back. And exhale, twist. Inhale, reach back. Exhaling, twist. And inhale, reach back. 1 more. Exhaling, twist. Inhaling, reaching back. And when you're ready, taking that left knee behind, left wrist coming into. Option 1 is bending back knee into deer. Option 2 is straightening it into pigeon. Finding that tall seat as we lengthen hips, your square pelvis is facing forward. And squeezing your inner thighs, if it feels okay. Seeing if you can actually take your hands off the ground as we squeeze. And then relaxing so you can get a little deeper into that stretch. And then when you're ready, squeeze the inner thighs, coming back up into what we call standing pigeon. And relax. And 1 more, squeeze. And relax, both hands on the ground, tucking back toes, coming back, 3-legged downward dog, bending knee, stacking hip. Taking nice deep breaths in and deep breath out. When you're ready, slowly unstack both feet on the ground. Option one is to stay in dog for a few moments, otherwise bringing it into a vinyasa, coming up into high plank, down through chaturanga. Inhale, scooping heart up into upward facing dog, tuck toes, coming all the way back, coming back up, high plank, down through chaturanga. Inhale, scooping heart up into upward facing dog, tucking toes, reaching back, coming back up, high plank, down. Inhale, scoop it up, tuck toes, and reach, picking up right foot, taking nice deep breath in, knee to forehead, and inhale, extend back. Exhale, knee to forehead. Inhale, reach back, really pulling up pelvic floor, hollowing belly. One more. This time, stepping foot between hands into a crescent lunge. So back knee comes down and reach. Taking those deep breaths in and deep breath out. And if and only if it feels okay and you feel warm enough, starting to open up that chest just a bit more so we get a little bit of a chest extension, which is always good just to open up more space for our lungs to breathe. Making sure there's no compression in the spine. And whenever you're ready, we are going to come into a twist to the right. So option one is taking left hand. Option two is taking left elbow, twisting to that right side. And if it feels okay to pick up back knee, please do. Taking those nice deep breaths in and deep breath out. Really imagine lengthening your spine as we breathe. Taking those deep breaths in and deep breath out. One more big breath on the exhale, slowly bringing hands back, very carefully, reaching right leg back again, coming back into a three-legged downward dog, and taking right knee to right upper arm. And inhale, reaching it back, and right knee, right upper arm. Inhale, reaching it back, and right knee, right upper arm. Inhale, reach back, and one more. Inhale, reach back, this time stepping right foot on the outside. And very carefully, when you're ready, rooting into your left hand and extending right arm up to the sky. Taking a deep breath in on your exhale, curling over that right leg and inhale, reaching up. Exhale, curling over. Inhaling, reaching up, making sure as we reach up, you can see your thumbs so we're not pinching the shoulder back. Inhale up. Exhale down, 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Slowly, when you're ready, bringing both hands back and rooting down, taking right leg back, bending knee, stacking hip, and taking nice deep breaths and making sure both hands are equally on the ground. There is a natural tendency to want to dump into that left hand, but trying to avoid that if you can as we breathe. One more big breath on your exhale, slowly unstack, reaching that right leg back, and when you're ready, crossing right knee to left upper arm. And inhale, reach back and twist. Inhale, reach back and twist. Inhale, reach back, one more. Inhale, reach back, taking knee behind, right wrist coming into deer or pigeon, finding that tall seat, squaring the hips, and if it feels okay, squeeze the inner thighs together and seeing if you're able to sit up. Really breathing one side. I know for me, this side's harder than the other. So just seeing how you're feeling, if this is possible. And then relaxing, seeing if we can come a little bit more into that stretch. Really breathe. Squaring the hips, pelvis facing forward. And when you're ready, squeeze inner thighs. And breathe, seeing if it's possible, and it may or may not be, to take your hands off the ground. Just make sure you're still breathing. And exhale, relax. And one more, squeeze. And relax. Bringing both hands back down, tucking your back toes. We are going to come back up into a three-legged downward facing dog. Reaching that right leg, bending knee, stacking hip. And if you are starting to feel warm enough, I'm not yet, but you may be, to come into a half wheel, please do. Taking nice deep breaths in and deep breath out. And one more big breath, slowly unstack both feet on the ground, coming back up to high plank, down through chaturanga. Inhale, scooping heart up into upward facing dog. Tuck your toes, stretching it back into downward dog, coming back up to high plank, down. Inhale, scooping heart up. Exhale, tuck. Stretch it back. One more, coming back up to high plank, down. Inhale, scoop up. Exhale, tuck. Stretch it back. When you're ready, softening both knees, looking past your hands, jump, step, or float, feet forward. Inhaling for a halfway lift. Exhale, relaxing down, soften your knees, slowly coming all the way up. Exhale, bringing hands to hearts, hands to sides, and inhale, reaching up. Exhale, diving forward. Inhaling for a halfway lift. Exhale, bringing hands onto the ground, jump, step, or float, feet back into plank. When you're ready, we are coming into side plank. So making sure right hand or right elbow is underneath your shoulder. And breathe. Taking nice deep breaths in and deep breath out. Pulling up through pelvic floor. One more big breath, slowly coming back through center, coming to the other side. So again, making sure hand is directly under shoulder or elbow is, depending on which variation feels best to you. As we breathe, really elongating the body. One more big breath, slowly coming back to center, finding that tall plank, down through chaturanga, scooping heart up into upward facing dog and tuck toes, stretching back into downward facing dog. When you're ready, we are going to pick up our left foot, taking nice deep breath in, exhale, knee to forehead. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, knee to forehead. Inhale, reach back. Knee to forehead. Inhale, reach back. One more. And this time taking left knee, left upper arm. Reach. Inhale, reach back. Reach. Inhale, reach back. Two more. Reach. Inhale, reach back. Feel that nice crunch in the obliques. And reach, crossing it over, taking knee to right upper arm. And reach. And reach. Two more. Last one. When you're ready, stepping foot in between hands, finding that nice stance, coming up into a warrior one. Woo. As you teach your falls over, making sure pelvis is facing forward, reaching arms up to the sky. Your back toes may or may not be turned out, depending what feels best. I'm just turning forward so you can see what I'm doing. Front knee is directly over your ankle, really squaring the hips as we breathe. Taking those nice deep breaths in and deep breath out. One more big breath, bringing hands to hip, really lengthening, straightening the front knee and bowing forward, feeling your hips reaching back. Taking those nice deep breaths in and deep breath out. And one more big breath on the inhale, coming back up, soften into that front knee, reaching arms up, feeling yourself square. So feeling front hip pulling back, back hip pulling forward. These are nice, powerful poses, really reaching energy up into the fingers. And on the exhale, straightening front knee, reaching arms back, starting to bring your chest more towards your shin as we continue to lengthen the spine, making sure chin is slightly tucked down to make sure you have a nice long line of back, still squaring hips. One more big breath on the exhale, slowly coming back up and breathe, squaring the hips, taking those deep breaths in and deep breath out. And one more big breath whenever you're ready, bringing your hands to the ground, picking up your back foot. And whenever you're ready, walking your hands towards your shin. Option one, you may be balanced here. Option two, you may be able to take your hands off the ground and wrap them around your shin. So just seeing for you what feels best today. And slowly bringing hands back to the ground, taking a nice deep breath in. On the exhale, taking right knee towards forehead. Inhale, extend it back, knee to forehead. Inhale, reach back. Exhaling, knee to forehead. Seeing if we can lift a bit higher as we reach back. Knee to forehead, exhaling. Breathing in as we come back, knee to forehead. Inhale, reach back, knee to forehead. Inhale, reach back, knee to forehead. Inhale, reach back, two more. Inhale, reach back, last one. And reaching it back, this time bending your supporting knee, taking that back leg in, so we're making a diamond shape with your knees as we bend, and straighten, and bending both, and straighten, and bending both, and straighten, and bending both, and straighten. Is anybody else's butt sore yet? Mine is, but I'm not sure if it's just me. 3 more. Last 2. Last one. Reaching that leg back again, trying to square the hips and flex that back foot and pulse, very gently pulsing. And point the toes. And flex. And point. When you're ready, stepping both feet back into downward facing dog. Coming back up into high plank. Down through chaturanga. Scooping hard up into upward facing dog. Tuck your toes. Stretching back into downward dog. Coming back up to high plank. Down. Inhale. Scooping hard up. Exhale. Tuck toes. Stretching back. One more. Coming back up to high plank. Down. Inhale, scooping heart up. Exhale, tuck and reach back. Picking up right foot, taking right knee to forehead. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, right knee to forehead. Inhale, reach back. Right knee to forehead. Inhaling, reach back. One more. Inhale, reach back, taking right knee, right upper arm. Inhale, reach back, right upper arm. Inhale, reach back, right upper arm. Reach it back. One more. And reach, taking that right knee to left upper arm. And inhale, reaching back and twist. Inhale, reach. Two more. Inhale, reach. Last one. Inhale, reach, stepping foot in between hands and very carefully coming all the way back up into that warrior one. Finding that foundation, pelvis is facing forward, toes may be slightly turned down, reaching arms up. And taking those nice deep breaths in and deep breath out. And one more big breath when you're ready, straightening, reaching hips back, feeling chest reaching forward. And one more big breath, slowly coming back up, softening into front knee again. Reaching arms up, really feeling that energy through your hands as we breathe, taking those deep breaths in and deep breath out. And straightening front knee, taking hands behind back, shoulders back, interlace, reaching chest forward. Really elongating our spines. Feeling hips nice and square. And on the inhale, slowly coming all the way back, reaching arms up, bringing hands back, down to the ground, picking up the back foot and taking back knee in towards your forehead. Inhale, reach back, knee to forehead. Inhale, reach back, knee to forehead. Inhale, reach back, knee to forehead. Inhale, reach back, and knee to forehead. Inhale, reach back, and knee to forehead. Inhale, reach back, knee to forehead. Inhale, reach back. One more. Reach it back, bending your supporting knee, taking back leg in. Extend and bend. Extend and bend. Extend and bend. Extend, bend, and reach. Four more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reach it back, flex that foot, pulse. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and point. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and flex. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and point. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Relaxing into this, seeing if it's possible to wrap your hands around your shins, or if you're like me where you're shaking way too much, it is okay to step back into downward facing dog and breathe. Taking those deep breaths in and deep breath out, staying in standing split for a little longer if you'd like, just to breathe. But if you need to take that break, bringing it back into downward dog, please do. Whenever you are ready, we are going to come back up into high plank, down through chaturanga, scooping hard up, into upward facing dog. Exhale, tuck toes, back into downward dog, coming back up to high plank, down through chaturanga, scooping hard up, into upward facing dog. Exhale, tuck toes, stretching back into downward dog, coming back up to high plank, down. Inhale, scooping hard up. Exhale, stretching it back. And when you are ready, softening both knees, looking past your hands, jump, step, or float your feet forward. Inhaling for a halfway lift. Exhale, relaxing down. Soften our knees and slowly coming all the way up. Exhale, bringing hands to heart and hands to side, coming into chair. So feet hip distance apart. Very carefully softening your knees, reaching your hips back. Knees are following the line of your toes, but they're not reaching past your toes. Reaching the arms up and gently pulse the arms. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Reaching down and up, down and up. Knees over toes. Keep that bend in the legs. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Turn your palms down. 8, 7. Keep that bend. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming all the way down into a forward fold. Inhaling for a halfway lift. Exhale, bringing hands onto the ground, jump, step, or float back into plank. Coming into a side plank second time. So right hand or right elbow underneath. Option 1 is here. Option 2 is really pull up and taking top knee up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. 4 more. 3, 2, get that nice crunch. And 1, changing sides, coming over to your left. Find that foundation, reaching it up. And when you're ready, top knee up. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Finding that foundation, coming back, come all the way down. Inhale, bringing chest up. Exhale, stretching it back into downward facing dog and breathe. Nice wide fingertips, softening your knees. And then lifting up. And soften knees. Almost all the way to the ground. And reach. Continuing, doing 8 more of those is option 1. Option 2 is walk your feet in about 1 foot more. And when you are ready, softening your knees, if it feels okay, we are going to really push into the hands, press. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Coming all the way back into downward dog. Soften your knees, looking past your hands. Jump, step, or float. Feet forward. Inhaling for a halfway lift. Exhale, relaxing down. Soften knees, slowly coming all the way up, bringing hands to heart and hands to side second time, coming into chair whenever you are ready. So soften your knees and very carefully this time arms to the sides and pulse. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Circle. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Reverse and 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Palms forward. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Palms up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Palms back for 8, 7. Keep that bend in your knees. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 8. Circle. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Reverse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and relaxing down. Nice work. Forward fold. Inhaling 4, halfway lift. Exhale, relaxing down, bringing hands onto the ground. Jump, step, or float feet back into plank. And coming down through chaturanga. Scooping hard up into upward facing dog. Tucking toes. Stretching back into downward facing dog. And when you are ready, really reaching hips out, rooting nice and wide into the hands. When you are ready, we're going to take a nice deep breath in. On the exhale, taking right hand to the outside of the left ankle, bringing it back and change. So gently changing each time. Exhale, reaching past. Nice widespread fingers as we gently twist. Inhale for center, exhale on that twist. You're doing awesome. Feeling that lengthening through the arms, really reaching the floor away from you as you breathe. Belly button pulled in, really lengthening as much as you can, pulling up the pelvic floor. And one more on each side. And when you're ready, relaxing it down. Bringing knees onto the ground, reaching hips back, and coming into embryo. Breathing deeply into your low back. Taking nice deep breaths in. And nice deep breath out. Really breathing into your low back as we take those deep breaths in. And deep breath out. And when you're ready, slowly using your hands to guide you, finding your way back up to a tall seat very carefully. And just to stretch out our wrists, we've been doing a lot of work where our wrists have been here, is very carefully just tucking hand under. You may or may not want to, because sometimes it's nice just to do one at a time. If you have the strength and it is not going to harm your hand, feel free to do both at the same time. So just seeing for your body, what do you need today as we breathe, really stretching out our wrists. Taking deep breaths in and deep breath out. Breathing deeply into your low back. And whenever you're ready, slowly bringing hands back and very carefully coming into Masala. Softening your knees, nice long spine as we breathe. Breathing deeply into our hips as we take those deep breaths in and deep breath out. And hands to the ground, bringing it into a forward fold. Turning your feet out, feeling yourself relax as your tailbone reaches up to the sky. Taking those deep breaths in and deep breath out. And one more big breath whenever you're ready, slowly bringing heels in again, coming down into Masala, really breathing into the hips. This is great for our gastro system as well as digestive, trying to lengthen the spine as we breathe into our hips. And if you're ever feeling stressed, this is a great one as well, just to feel rooted and grounded in your body as we take those deep breaths in and deep breath out. And when you're ready, bringing your hands down, straighten, feeling that lengthening, just shifting the hips. This next time, if it feels okay to come into crow, if that is in your practice and your wrists are feeling okay. I know my wrists are feeling it today a little bit, so I may not come into it, but if it is in your practice, feeling free when you come back to center, softening the knees, coming in into that, or coming into Masala again. For those of you who would like to start working on your crow, as you soften your knees, leaning forward, taking one, possibly two, but again, only if that feels okay. One of the big pieces with crow is really making sure that belly is really pulled up and in, just like it is when we're in downward dog and we're doing those crunches. We pick that one leg up and bring it in towards your forehead. That practice of pulling the belly button in is part of what makes crow work. So really breathing, taking nice deep breaths in and deep breath out. And I highly recommend not trying this unless you have somebody to spot you, or very gently just rocking back and forth, because sometimes I do find where you're rocking back and forth, sometimes you're able to gently tap with one set of toes and slowly bringing yourself in once you're in crow, working on lengthening the arms and starting to hug the belly button in so you can start to bring your knees a little closer to the armpits. One more big breath whenever you're ready, everybody coming back into Masala. Straighten the legs and shifting your hips from side to side. And slowly coming back to center. Soften knees and slowly rolling it up. Vertebrae, 5 vertebrae bones, stacking upon bones, just checking your neck, bringing chin to chest and very gently, side to side as we breathe. And whenever you're ready, we are going to find a way down onto our backs, really breathing. So finding the most gentle way for you to find your way to the ground, softening your knees, and very carefully hugging right knee into chest. Whoops. Sometimes I can't tell my left and right. And whenever you're ready, let's cross. Right leg over left, opening right arm to the side, and keeping shoulders on the ground, seeing if it's possible to let your knees melt over towards that left side. Really pulling belly button up and in as we breathe. Taking nice deep breaths in and deep breath out. And feeling yourself taking a nice deep breath in. On the exhale, slowly rolling onto our backs. And release. Taking left knee in. Opening up left arm to the side. Hugging it in towards your chest as we breathe. Taking those deep breaths in. And deep breath out. And whenever you're ready, crossing left over right, belly button in, and very gently keeping shoulder on the ground, seeing if we can allow the knees to melt over Seeing if it's possible to stack one hip on top of the other. I know for me it's not possible, but I do work on trying to get that so I get a little bit of a deeper stretch. And taking a nice deep breath in. On the exhale, slowly finding a way back to center. And reaching arms, reaching legs away from the body as we take those deep breaths in and deep breath out. And softening your arms, softening your legs. And whenever you're ready, adding any layers you may need as we slowly find ourselves melting into what we call Shavasana. Allowing your eyes to soften and imagine breathing out anything that no longer serves you as we take those deep breaths in and deep breath out. And feeling yourself taking a nice deep breath in and exhale. Starting to feel movement returning to fingers and toes and hands and feet. If you'd like to reach your arms above your head to yawn and stretch, please do. Feeling fresh, cool air coming in, warm air coming out. And softening, softly rolling your knees very carefully over to one side, using your hands to guide you, and finding your way back up to a tall seat. Taking some nice deep cleansing breath. And whenever you're ready, on your inhale, reaching your arms all the way up. And on your exhale, bowing to thank yourself. And I thank you too. Namaste. Thank you very much for joining me today.